Hey guys, it's C-Man, or you can call me King, and we joined another Wi-Fi league. We didn't just join a random Wi-Fi league though, we joined the Muffin House, and got into the Mudkip division. There's a bunch of skilled players, and a bunch of players that are well known, so this means we have to try and build a strong team that I'm comfortable with. Now yes, I did say comfortable with, because as you know me, I love using new mons, and specifically mons I like to use in Draft League. I never usually go with comfortable, so this will be kind of new for us. Before we talk about the team, however, let's talk about the rules first. It's a snake draft, and we have 120 points to draft 9 through 11 Pokemon. We're also allowed to have 1 to 3 Terra Captains, with one Terra type being the Stab and the other 2 being of our choice. This is also high tier Pokemon to Terra, so to balance out, we get 20 Terra points and we spend how much the Pokemon costs. So if we get a tier 13, then it's going to cost 13 Terra points. Now you know the rules, let's get into what I picked. My first pick was a mon that I wanted to use for a very long time, but never got to use it. And honestly, if I didn't get sniped, I probably wouldn't have picked it up here. But either way, we got Spectre. Spectre is a very unique mon, with it being probably the best sweeper in the entire game. Once it gets 1 kill, it gets a +1, meaning it will only get stronger. And the best part is that it has base 130 speed stat, making most mons in the Pokédex not able to outspeed it. This mon can very much just get 1 kill and completely end the game right there. This mon is stupidly strong that most leagues have this mon banned. Now this mon is definitely a skill based mon because how you position it and when you sweep with it is all that matters in most matches, and that's up to the player to decide the best moment. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared to use it, however I'm also very excited. Now this next mon I've been trying to use ever since my first draft and always wanted it to Terra, and it never was allowed, but today it finally changed. I can finally use my favorite mon of all time, HOOPA Unbound. And like I said, this mon can Terra. This mon was Terra is easily one of the strongest Terra mons, with it being as strong as Void Moon was Terra, or even King Gambit was Terra. This mon both defensively and offensively is absolutely insane. It has a base 160 attack stat and a base 170 special attack stat. And that base 130 for death isn't nothing to laugh about either. Not to mention the other 3 stats, even though not as high, still is pretty high or average on us, making this mon absolutely unpredictable, or if I'm going to be mixed or if I'm a banded or specs or even a bulky set to let specs should go off. This mon is quite literally fully unpredictable, and I haven't even talked about its insane move. It's only missing a small amount of typings, with all except Fairy, which is one of our Terra types, being the only one that really matters. We also have Dark and Water for our other Terras, but now HOOPA has pretty much every single coverage move. HOOPA will pretty much kill anything and everything that shows up. This mon, I will not be shocked if it goes off every single week. I am stupidly happy to use this mon, and I can't wait to see it go off. Now my next mon is a mon I'm very comfortable with. A mon I have won a league with actually. It's the GOAT himself, Heatran. Heatran is definitely up there as one of the best Pokemon in Draft, in my opinion. With its amazing stats, great abilities, the all-around great Pokemon, and the fact that it can change its job in the middle of the match, and best of all, the fact that it has so many cores. I think one thing people think is that Heatran can only have a couple cores, or only have the common ones, but Heatran really does a great job with cores, in pretty much any. I can tell you right now, this mon has 2 cores with our team member. Now I should also talk about the great move pool this mon gets. It can be very offensive with its Magma Storm move, or just be a Scarf set with coverage. Or it could be a support set with Willow and Stealth Rocks. This mon is truly amazing and fits on any team. I am so happy that I get to use it again after so long. And Heatran isn't the only comfort pick. My next pick is a mon that on this channel has put in so much work. I'm of course talking about Slowking Galar. Slowking Galar is incredibly bulky and gets the best ability in Draft, Regenerated. Not to mention the reason why it's one of the best regenerated mons is because it's Chilly Reception, which swaps it out, so we can always have momentum. And the best part about Slowking is that we can always get momentum back no matter what position I'm in. Of course, the fact that we can also have slow U-turn with the regenerated mon is incredibly busted. This mon, not to mention, has absolutely great coverage, and its typing is so nice against most mons. This mon honestly doesn't need to be talked about much, since you guys know what Legion mons do if you watch my channel. But this mon is all the bulk we need for our team. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop adding bulk, however. This mon really will take all the hits we need for most weeks. I'm still not drafting mons I'm comfortable with, and this mon was another mon I won with, and I'm talking about the mon that VGC players have nightmares about, Water Urshifu. This mon is stupidly strong with his Surging Strike move, and if speed tiers are looking good, if this mon can run Adamant or even Banded, it can pretty much win the game turn 1. This mon also gives us more momentum, so our opponents will hate us even more. And yet again, some great coverage for this mon. This mon also fits with Spectre so incredibly well. This mon also loves to bait items with bulky mons with Rocky Helmet, which is nice for my team because so far most of my team is special. This mon honestly could very much put in more work than Spectre due to it just being way too overwhelming. Okay, this is the last comfort pick I did, but I did end up picking Enamus Incarnate. Enam yet again is a mon I have run with and I have so much fun using. This also is a mon that pairs up so well with Heatran, and I really love the core of Enam. Who knew a frog and a snake would be such a great core? Now this mon can really do almost everything. It can be a superpower with its contrary set, or be specs in Nuke Mon. It also, just like most of our team, has great coverage and yet again is a mon that can sweep at any moment due to the overwhelming power. This with the pair of Spectre and Urshifu will make it impossible to check every single mon. This mon also gives us a Fairy type, which is just so amazing in Gen 9. Now this next mon has been one of the most common hazard removal mon. However, this is my first time using it. I'm talking about the Dawn himself, Donphan. Donphan, with its sturdy ability, makes such an amazing lead, but also it's a great counter to mons that are trying to sweep. Ain't no roaring mids trying to sweep us today. Not to mention it has a stupid defensive stat with its rapid spin. It also gets rocks, which is just great for spinners. It does sort of have a mediocre coverage pool, but it still isn't a mon to be underestimated. Now I wanted more speed, but also I wanted to use this mon for a while now, but never got around to using it. I finally get to use Electrode Hisui. Electrode is one of the fastest mons in the game, with it being outsped by Deoxys Speed and Regieleki. Not to mention, with the grass typing making this mon now hit all the mons that check it and can now get easy kills. Now this doesn't stop though, I gave it Terra. So now with Terra Fairy and Ice we can really hit everything and be a monster that can very easily come in, get a kill, and swap out with its fast volt switches. This mon honestly is another mon that could put in so much work due to the speed and terror. Like this mon in endgame can very much just clean up with no position at all and no terror. This mon is a mon I feel like I will fall in love with. Now, this next mon is another mon I have used before and put a lot of unexpected work in. I picked up Obama Snow. I wanted to use Obama Snow because last time he did such a great job, but the rest of the team couldn't do so good. So I wanted to give him another try. Not to mention, this mon is perfectly pairs up with Heatran, and the fact that we could get Aurora Veil up and have half all the damage taken for our team is insane. This mon is exactly what we needed for our team, and its typing is actually really good here for once. Yes, I know I just said that Ice and Grass is actually good typing for once. This mon can very much just get Veil up, and that's enough for the team to just win. But this mon's bulk isn't nothing just to joke about. Now for my last mon, I picked up Sliggoo. Now I know it seems like a joke pick, but Sliggoo is actually really bulky with Eviolite. It can actually check some big threats in draft. Not to mention, this mon also finishes off our Dragon Steel Fairy Core. This mon also doesn't have a bad moveset due to it being the pre-evolve of Gudra. I wouldn't be surprised if we bring this mon pretty often due to its bulky stat. Well, that's my draft. Tell me what you think of my team. And I also want to thank the great people in the Muffin House for letting me be a part of the season. Not to mention all the great people in this draft. Anyway, that's all. I'll see you guys in week 1. Later.